Well, welcome back to Breaking Bricks, my friends. This is episode 6 of my Sith Temple on Malacore. You know, we got a lot of work to do. We are focused on the infrastructure inside this building so we can start getting to the second level of that, and then we're just going to keep persisting forward from that point. We just have a lot of work to do. And you know, there's not a lot going on in Star Wars right now. They're getting ready to release the Mandalorian and Grogu movie next year. And I'm patiently waiting for Maul Shadow Empire. I can't wait to see that. And time will tell. We got Ahsoka next year. But in Lego, you know, the big talk is still that bloody Death Star. I don't have a grand to throw down on it. So I'd rather put that money towards, you know, maybe 8 or 9 other sets, or go someplace with my wife, do something fun. But hey, I digress. But anyway, let's get into this video. All right, my friends, we're back again. We're going to continue working on this. Of course, we need to finish working on this infrastructure, and we need to start getting this smoke machine in place. So I think we're going to just start off and give this thing a test. Make sure it's working right before we get going here, and just make sure everything's good, and just get to it. All right, so right off the ripper, we're going to go ahead and start getting the ends of these together. We need to fill in. I really want to get the top on, because the sooner we get the top on, we can start working on the second deck. Although, before we even seal this first deck, though, we need to test the smoke machine. So at one point or another before this video is over, we are going to fire this thing up. Now I'm using tons of bricks, and I mean a tons of brick, and a lot of it is just all support. It's kind of funny because when I talk to my Lego friends, you know, they're all about the little tiny itty bitty intricate pieces. Now don't get me wrong, I like those too. But overall, I prefer the 2x4 brick because I can use it in so many different ways. I just never have enough of it because I'm always constantly building big. So once we complete this outer support wall here, and as you can see, it's all pretty thick, we are going to start to sink the smoker here. Now I'm using just red brick here as the tube for the most part. And you can see how we integrate it to the rest of the framing. Now, because this is going to go on tour for a while, I have to have access to adding more smoke fluid to this thing. So I have a plan for that as well. And there it fires. So as it shoots out the top, this thing should look phenomenal. But we still got a couple stories to go. Now that we know that it works, it's time to start to seal it up. Now I like using the technical 1x16 beam brick. Now I've got about maybe 100, 150 of them. I could use about another 200 of them. But as you can see, I use them as cross sections. This way, as I transport it, it does not fall. And of course, the smoke tube is completely unrestricted. Time to start plating it up. Now I'm using tabs to tell me where it separates at. I have to keep that in mind the entire time. It is something that is easy to forget, and once you build over those overlaps, that's it. It becomes one solid piece. It doesn't break down. And of course, I've had to go back and fix that a couple times. We are getting there. Strength is everything when you build large. Time to finish the caps. All right, my friends, we are kind of done for the week. We got a lot done. We got the top on. It's pretty solid. You know, you can see where my breaking points are in the build, so I know exactly how to build it so I don't forget about them, because I've done that in the past. We still got our doorway section and our 3 side sections to get in here before we can even start the top section. And we've got a lot of detailing and working on the rest of it, the outside to go. I did start kind of farting around here a little bit just to kind of get an idea of what the hell I want to do. I'm not exactly positive, but time will tell for that. So far, I think I finally kind of got it figured out for the most part. Sometimes less is more. So we will keep going and figure it out as we got time. So let's go ahead and take an up close look at what we got done. All right, so I've been kind of playing around with the paneling here a little bit, as you can see. And I think I got to figure it out how I kind of want it to go. Like I said, less is more. Normally I really deck these things out, but right there I kind of think I got it. I've got time to think about that yet too if I want to add to it. I mean, I kind of had this side here kind of going there a little bit, which I kind of like as well, but that is a little bit more universal. So we got the top on. As you can see, it's solid, supported. Right there is my reload capacity for the geyser. And right there is the geyser itself, and this is the tube it shoots out of. So everything else here is supported, and we got to see that we did a test before we built it up there. I started building it and I had to make sure I tested it first. But we did get a lot done. A lot of this is monotonous. But hey man, when you build big, that happens. There's no doubt about it. Well, my friends, if you like what you saw here today, go ahead and hit that like button. It lets me know I did a good job, and it helps the algorithm suggest this kind of content to anybody that might be interested in it. Hey, you want to talk Lego, Star Wars, or anything else, maybe an idea for a build, go ahead and put that down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And of course, we cannot grow here as a family unless you hit that subscribe button. It takes you a mere half a second. But for me, it really does mean an awful lot. And I'll see you here next time on Breaking Bricks.